It was a clear summer evening when a group of friends decided to embark on a camping trip deep in the woods. They chose a remote location known for its scenic beauty and tranquility. Little did they know, this trip would turn into a horrifying experience they would never forget. As darkness fell, the campfire crackled, providing them with warmth and a sense of security. They laughed, shared stories, and enjoyed the serenity of nature. But as the night grew colder, strange occurrences began to unsettle them. First, they heard faint whispers coming from the surrounding trees. At first, they dismissed it as wind rustling through the leaves. However, the whispers grew louder and more intelligible. They were eerie voices speaking in an unfamiliar language. Panic started to spread among the group. Then their flashlights began flickering and dying out one by one. Fear took hold as they found themselves engulfed in darkness. Suddenly, a chilling scream pierced the silence. They turned their heads towards the sound to witness a spectral figure floating just beyond the campfire's glow. Terrified, they huddled together, seeking refuge from the malevolent presence. They could feel its icy breath creeping closer, and paralyzing fear consumed them. As the daylight finally broke, the figure vanished, leaving them shaken and traumatized. To this day, those friends refuse to speak of that night, haunted by the memories of the supernatural horrors they encountered during their innocent camping trip in the haunted forest. A family, excited about their annual camping trip, headed towards a popular national park. They arrived at a picturesque campsite beside a peaceful river. Unaware of the danger that awaited them, they set up their tents and began enjoying the beautiful surroundings. Late into the night, they heard strange rustling outside their tents. Initially dismissing it as wildlife, they soon realized something was amiss. Panic struck their hearts when they discovered that their youngest child, a 7-year-old girl, was missing. Frantically, they searched the campsite, calling her name into the darkness. Minutes turned into hours, but there was no sign of her presence. The search expanded throughout the woods as park rangers and fellow campers joined forces, combing the dense forest for any trace of the missing girl. Days passed, and hope began to dwindle. The desperate family, hearts heavy with grief, had to accept the possibility that their daughter might never be found. The mysterious disappearance left them shattered, haunted by the unanswered questions surrounding her fate. Years later, a hiker stumbled upon a small backpack hidden in a remote part of the forest. It belonged to the missing girl. Her remains were discovered nearby, revealing a tragic end to a camping trip that turned into a nightmare. A group of adventurous friends embarked on a camping trip to a secluded mountain range. Armed with their tents, backpacks, and a sense of adventure, they set up camp in a serene clearing, surrounded by towering trees. On the second night, their peaceful excursion took a dark turn. As the campfire dwindled, a man appeared suddenly from the shadows. His weathered face and sinister grin sent shivers down their spines. The stranger seemed out of place, emanating an eerie energy that unsettled the entire group. The man claimed to be a lone traveler seeking some company. Sensing their unease, he attempted to engage them in conversation, but his words held an unnerving undertone. They couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. Their instincts proved accurate when the stranger's demeanor changed. His voice twisted into a menacing tone as he revealed he knew intimate details about each of them. Fear gripped their hearts as they realized they were in the company of a dangerous individual. In a moment of desperate intuition, they decided to flee, leaving their belongings behind. Exhausted and terrified, they ran through the darkness, narrowly escaping the clutches of the sinister stranger. Heart-pounding, they found help and reported the incident to the authorities. To this day, they ponder what would have happened if they hadn't trusted their instincts and made their escape. The chilling encounter still haunts them, a reminder of the dangers that can lurk in the darkness during an innocent camping trip.